Okay, let's start this over. Good evening. Tonight is Monday, June 8th, 2026. I'd like to call tonight's public comment meeting to order. I am Councilwoman Marilyn Rossetti. I will chair this hearing meeting. The public comment is broadcasting live on HPA-TV's Xfinity Government Channel 96, Frontier Government Channel 6032. It will also be streamed via HPA-TV.org, the HPA-TV Facebook page, HPA-TV Apple TV, Amazon TV, and Roku TV apps. It'll also be made available on the HPA-TV YouTube channel. I'd like to welcome and introduce the other members of the council that are present here tonight. Councilman John Gale. Before we begin, some housekeeping rules. The public comment will be conducted in accordance with the following procedures. Each person wishing to address the council or members thereof shall, upon recognition by the presiding officer, give his or her name, address, and if he or she represents a group, and shall in addition state for the record the name and address of such said group or organization, and shall limit his or her remarks to 3 minutes. Councilman Gale is our minute keeper. I don't know if that's what you call it. During the public comment, all remarks shall be addressed to the council as a body and not to any member thereof. Any person making personal, impertinent, or slanderous remarks, or who become boisterous while addressing the council, shall be forthwith barred by the presiding officer by further audience at this meeting, unless permission to remain is granted by 2/3 vote of the council members present. During the public comment, there shall be no debate by the council, although questions may be asked by council of persons making such presentations. Let's begin. I will call the first speaker. I have listed Peter Little, but I don't see Peter Little here. So we will go to the next person, who is Raquel Calderon, and I don't see Raquel Calderon here. So we will go to the next person, which is Alyssa Peterson.
Good evening, Alyssa Peterson, 297 Grandview Terrace. I thank the two of you for being here this evening. News across the state of Connecticut has been taken over by ongoing reports of sexual harassment allegations. 3 highly ranked state education officials were removed last month. There was an arrest in the Avon preschool case and more lawsuits, and now a Southern Connecticut mayor is the latest accused. These cases have caused me to take a second look at the employee sexual harassment policy that former Mayor Luke Bronin hastily executed 1 week after he refused to be subpoenaed about sexts he and his legal advisors had been hiding. His corporation counsel, Howard Rifkin, said the deposition and hidden sext were just part of a so-called drama. Incredibly, that sexual harassment policy, identified here as number 006 and executed on October 1, 2019, intentionally does not mention texts or sext or electronic devices like cell phones. It intentionally only referenced emails. How irresponsible is that? That seems impossible given that Bronin was so vocal publicly about a Board of Education sexual predator, Mr. Hanau. In fact, Bronin called the Board of Education dysfunctional and said it lacked accountability due to its handling of the Hanau case. This policy, number 006, make the city of Hartford itself look dysfunctional and lacking in credibility because of former Mayor Bronin's policy. The recent higher education harassment scandal not only involved a cell phone and different means of sexts, it involved using different software applications like something called Signal, where people can post and the message disappears. There were similar online or cell phone-based applications when Bronin was mayor. It makes no sense that his policy didn't acknowledge anything related to technology. With new artificial intelligence or AI applications coming out monthly and new applications like Google Spyglasses and the new intelligent eyewear platforms being created today, it is clear that the city of Hartford was never protected by Luke Bronin's archaic policy language, and it never considered the potential for future electronics or application. I sent this council a copy of my Freedom of Information request for records of how Mayor Bronin possibly came up with such an intentionally vague policy on the issue of sexting. Residents need to know that this council will also immediately press for a rewrite of policy number 006. It needs to be updated with myriad new terminology, as we need to be prepared as the state of Connecticut was prepared with its new policy language on sexual harassment, as we've seen in the latest cases. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. The next person on the list is Holotis Holloway.
Hi, my name is Holly Holloway. I'm from Middletown. I just would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the mayor of Hartford, the president of the city council, T.J. Clark, and his entire board, Mothers United Against Violence, Ms. Beckman, Ms. Davis, and Reverend Brown, for your continued support. I would also like to thank the North Hartford Public Safety Coalition, Reverend A.J. Johnson, and the Hartford community for your support and dedication you have instrumented in helping move this resolution forward. My son Malachi was taken from us far too soon at the age of 14 in a tragic car accident on Christmas night in 2025 on Cornwall Street. His life was lost due to someone driving recklessly with no regard for human life. While nothing can bring my son back, I am deeply grateful and encouraged to know that this resolution has the potential to save lives and prevent other families from experiencing such devastating loss. It gives me hope that Malachi's story can help create safer streets and protect others in the city of Hartford. Thank you all for standing with me and working toward meaningful change. Thank you. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Ms. Holloway. Thank you. The next speaker is Brandy Scarborough.
Oh, come on, you can just say you support. Hi, I'm Brandy Scarborough. I'm here in support of Holly for her son Malachi.
Can everybody state their address, please?
My address is 177 Plaza Drive, Middletown, Connecticut. I just was there ever since he was a baby, and I'm just here for support and all of that for Holly.
Thank you, Ms. Scarborough. Deborah Davis.
And I am also representing Ms. Holly's efforts and all the support that she needs. And from Mothers United Against Violence, we want to make sure that the council knows that we are still pushing and totally behind this effort, because we do not need any more major taking of any lives due to auto accidents in our city. And so there's a continued push for this, and we want to make sure that the council knows that we are right behind it, and if we need to get in front, we want to get in front too. But we want to thank you for your support at the beginning of this. This was so important, and this really relates to our entire city, because we are having a hard time in the North Hartford area. It happens all over the city. The south part of the city, everywhere you go, there's speeding, and there's reckless and no regard for individuals and human life. But we want to thank you for your support with helping creating this resolution and then moving it into the ordinance stage. Thank you so much.
Ms. Davis, I know you've said it
Yes.
before. Could you state your address?
Yes, 2550 Main Street in Hartford, Connecticut.
Thank you. The next speaker, Sean Lewis.
How you doing? I wasn't planning on speaking today, but I can tell you I was in Malachi's life, like the 9 years of his life, and Malachi was wonderful. always energetic, always helpful. He cared about the next person, and he loved sports. He came to me one day, said, "Can you help me? Do me a favor." I said, "What is it?" "Can you help me tie my shoe?" I said, "Yeah, of course. I don't know how to do like the one and then do it like this." I said, 2 bunny ears, we got it. From that day on, he had it. "What you like to eat?" "Everything." "All right, we're going to teach you everything." We were trying to get him in vinyl technical school for culinary, and I miss him every day. When we go there to his grave site, I sit there to myself, I talk to him. He'll never be forgotten as long as I'm alive. Thank you.
Mr. Lewis, could you state your address, please? And thank you.
13 Stony Crest Drive.
Thank you. Is there anybody else here to speak this evening?
Yeah, I got a few things to say. Hi.
You made it.
Yeah, I did.
Give him thanks, not too much.
Yeah, no, I gotta speak here. Yeah, my name is Michael Downs. I live at 74 Rosemont Street in Hartford, and I'm speaking here about what I'm going to say when I address the Board of Education. A few of the things I'm going to tell them concerning the MARB, or the Municipal Accountability Review Board. And first thing is, tell them that if you must go with the MARB, make sure it's nothing lower than Tier 3. Tier 2 is better. But I definitely wouldn't go with the MARB at all for less than $300 million. That's how much it's going to cost to replace all the things that were stripped out of the school system by the state of Connecticut from 1998 to about 2015. And then when they brought in their candidate for mayor. And to replace things like vocational technical education and family consumer science equipment, band equipment for 3 high schools, and all the equipment, also some of that equipment for the 4 middle schools, costs money. I'll bet you it's $300 million today's money. And so that's what I'm going to tell them is to take a look and make sure that don't sell yourself cheap. Don't sell yourself for $25 or $30 million. $300 million is what we want and what we need, and they should state what is needed in the school system, what needs to be replaced, because it's important that we graduate students from high school that are prepared to go into trades or go on to college, but graduate from high school and be prepared for a variety of jobs. And that's basically what I'm going to do, because those things are hard to replace. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Downs. I do see we have Peter Little on the screen, and I believe my colleague, Councilwoman Majority Leader Bilodeau, is also on the screen. So, Mr. Little, you are the next and last speaker, so you're up.
Thank you very much. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Yes, thank you very much.
Yes.
I appreciate the opportunity to address the council, as always, and appreciate your hard work. Earlier today, on behalf of American Justice Project, I wrote individually to members of council to share an analysis that our organization has conducted of the Hartford Police Union contract and also related policies in the Hartford Police Department general orders that we believe create a double standard of justice for police officers and which in many cases shield them from misconduct accountability. I hope all of you have received it. If not, it should be in your email boxes as well as those of your legislative assistants. 14 problematic provisions are outlined. We've identified and attached the relevant contract language or the relevant HPD general order. And we invite you and really request that you spend some time absorbing these. They go to the heart of our concerns about accountability, transparency, and public trust. We particularly want to focus the council's attention on these matters because of the effort by the Hartford Police Union actively underway, which many of you are very well aware of, to undermine and undermine the authority of the Civilian Police Review Board, which this council created. Many of you were on the council at the time, which this council created some 5.5 years ago to completely remove the CPRB's authority to call for binding arbitration and to issue subpoenas. Those are the objectives of the police union. Police union also, as you know, has filed multiple grievances against the city for the mayor's decision to fire Joseph Magnano. So the cases differ, but they all go back to the contract provisions and the procedural protections that grant police officers rights that are unavailable to ordinary residents, complainants, or other city employees. So please take some time to absorb this material. It's in the weeds, but you, the council, are ultimately the body that is going to be, within a matter of perhaps weeks, perhaps months, to sign off on the negotiated revision to the police union contract that Corporation Council and the mayor and others in City Hall leadership are undertaking. We, American Justice Project, you may recall, those of you who were on council 4 years ago, along with the Greater Hartford African American Alliance, called for a similar investment of time and effort on behalf of the council members in this exercise. And to be honest, we received very little interest and no response, no meaningful response. And the contract was negotiated in the dark, behind closed doors. Council rubber stamped it, and that was that. This time, it's a different world. Police accountability is on the agenda. And as you all know, it won't be long, I predict, before the family of the deceased Stephen Jones files a massive lawsuit against the city, which will hold perhaps the city liable for the actions of its
Mr. Little, you have your 3 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank
Well, I'll wrap
you.
up. We're going to simply, I'll just take 10 seconds more to say that American Justice Project's role in this is going to be to message the community broadly and widely about your interest and your engagement on these issues. We now have a messaging platform very different from 4 years ago, and we intend to deploy it. We hope you'll take the time and effort to study up and read up and to absorb the gravity of these matters, and we'll make the right decision when called to approve or not approve the contract that the city negotiates with the union. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Little. I do not have anyone else on the sign-in sheet. So with that being said, I am calling this meeting adjourned. Thank you. Council meeting will start at 7 o'clock.